Hi, I'm Doug Fields, and I consider it a total privilege to talk to you today about youth ministry, because people like you who spend time with teenagers, you're my heroes. I've been in youth ministry for over 30 years, and I so appreciate the men and women who say yes to Jesus by serving teenagers. So thank you for what you do, and more importantly, for who you are. And I want to use our precious few minutes to talk about the importance of teamwork in youth ministry and your specific role in being a team player. When I was a child, my friends and I would play this game in the backyard that we called King of the Hill. And looking back, it was kind of a stupid idea for a game. You'd say okay, Jimmy, you're going to go stand at the top of the hill, and then we're going to run at you as fast as we can to try to tackle you and knock you off the hill. Okay, sounds fun, right? But the goal of King of the Hill was to be the one person standing at the top of the hill, and then when you are, you're the king. Now, ladies, we didn't play with girls, but to be fair, I'm sure there was a Queen of the Hill version too. But the few times that when I would play and I would actually manage to be the king for a little bit, the thrill of it would only last for a short time, because as soon as you're the king of the hill, everybody is running after you and gunning to take you down. Now, in kind of a moment of honesty, it's a little bit like what it feels like to be the primary leader of a youth ministry. And not everyone on the team understands this feeling, but the one ultimately in charge does, that he or she is at the top of the hill. Even if it's just for a few seconds, it kind of feels exhilarating, like I'm in charge. But then you realize that you have a dozen problems running straight toward you, like angry parents, you've got events you need to plan, tough conversations with a student, explaining to the senior pastor just how someone smashed Skittles into his carpet while trying to create a rainbow, that kind of stuff. There's always something or someone that can knock you off the hill. And as a leader of ministry for many years, there have been several times when I've felt lonely in leadership. I felt like I'm so far behind in planning our youth ministry calendar. I've lacked time and I haven't felt effective. I've been attacked by criticism. I felt unworthy, sometimes afraid, out of control, and quite often underappreciated. And basically what I'm telling you is I don't have it all together. And to be honest, I've never met a leader who does have it all together, including the person who's leading your team. And I tell you all that to make the point that specifically for you as a member of a team, if God has given someone the mantle of leadership for your youth ministry, then your role is to support that person. I mean, that's what team players do. That's what teamwork is. And you may not like all of his or her decisions, but the leader you're following is going to be messy and make mistakes, and so would you if you were in charge. So why? Well, because leaders have to make decisions, and often those decisions make people angry, maybe even you. And when that happens, one of the best ways to serve Jesus, to serve your church, and to serve that leader is to reassure him or her that you're cheering them on. Now, that doesn't mean that their decisions won't anger you. That may happen. And being a good team player doesn't mean that you're not providing feedback. No, absolutely, you need to give feedback. Actually, I think secure leaders will seek out feedback. There have been so many times in my life when my volunteers, they've gently and lovingly confronted me to help me see my blind spots. Now, key words, gently and lovingly, all right? Okay, we're all on the same page that no leader has it together, and we're doing this thing called youth ministry, and you're part of a team with imperfect people. And with all that in mind, here's what I want to do. I want to real quickly just give you 5 characteristics of what I see as a valuable youth worker who's committed to teamwork. Okay, how to be a good team player. I'm going to go through these quickly, and then you and your team can decide how you want to reflect on these and how you want to learn from one another. There's many more characteristics of a team player and good teamwork, but here's my crack at the top 5, all right? The first, and in my opinion, the most important characteristic of a team player is that you have a positive attitude. See, negative people, they're a total drag on the team. And if that's you, Mr. or Mrs. Negative, you got to look inside your heart to see why you're so negative and see what's broken within. I would encourage you to seek out Jesus and beg him to restore and refresh your heart. Because positive people, they enhance a team. And negative people, they wound a team. Now, personally, I'd much rather have 1 positive volunteer than 5 skilled volunteers with negative attitudes. The second characteristic of teamwork is flexibility. This is the ability to relax, to play it cool, to not freak out. That's such an important part of being a team player. You're in youth ministry, so goofy stuff is going to happen, but don't get all stressed out when things don't go as planned. A flexible leader is actually a gift to the team. You can jump in and you can help calm down complaining teenagers. You can say, hey, you guys, it's no big deal. Vehicles break down all the time, especially church vans. So we'll get there. Let's make the best of it. You become very valuable when you're flexible. Now, the third essential characteristic for being a team player is when you take initiative and you serve. Now, you can do this by asking simply, what can I do to help you? How can I lighten your load? Please give me something to take off your plate. That's servanthood. And then when you combine it with initiative, you've got something really powerful. I would encourage you not to wait, to just jump in and solve problems. You don't always wait for input from other people. Make it happen. Because the type of leader who regularly takes initiative, and you quickly become the MVP of your team. The fourth characteristic of a team player is when you stop others from talking bad about other leaders. See, there'll be some people in your church who are going to try to build themselves up by tearing other people down. It is so childish. And I can guarantee you that they won't do it in front, face to face. They'll do it behind the person's back. And as a team player, committed to teamwork, you've really got a couple options. One, you can lovingly confront the person about their inappropriate behavior. Or two, you can let them know you're not going to listen to their negative comments about other leaders, and you walk away if you need to. Because teamwork means we support one another. All right, finally, the fifth characteristic of a good team player and good teamwork appears when you affirm and encourage other people on your team. Whether they hit a home run or whether they strike out, everyone needs encouragement. And your life-giving words actually become more timely when a teammate has struggled or failed. So failure is a part of youth ministry. Teaching time can bomb, a game can get out of control, a difficult situation can get unruly. I mean, every week brings new possibilities for pain. So when stuff happens, and it will, one of your jobs as a team player is to build up the other people on your team. A rightly timed word of encouragement can keep other people in the game for a long time. Hey, let's be honest. Good teamwork, it's not easy. It's not easy on the sports field, and it's not easy within the church. It takes work on everyone's part. But the result of good teamwork, it's going to be a healthy youth ministry. That's why I wanted to do this. It's going to be a healthy youth ministry. A healthy youth ministry will reach more kids. And more kids living for Jesus, it's so awesome. But it doesn't just happen. Kids living for Jesus in a healthy youth ministry is a result of a bunch of good people like yourself working together in Jesus' name. So thank you so much for taking a little time to get some training and having a heart that wants to learn. See, when you learn new things and you develop new skills, you become more valuable and a stronger member of your team. So may God richly bless you as you get to minister together with some really cool people. I'll see you next time.